Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Starting From Scratch. And to kick it off, I actually come up against this pretty nice team here. He had the informed left wing Doyle, Fernando Torres, a player that I constantly rant and rave about, as well as the regular Ben Arfa, who I might add, he's probably one of my favourite non-rare cards in the game. So to kick it off, Fernando Torres kicks me in the ball sack and manages to open up the goal scoring. And I thought me and Nando were good friends. I'd always bigged him up on FIFA, but obviously he had different ideas and he decides to go and put the first goal away from me. But Menez's pace is just far too much. This Inform 84 card is insane. If you're new to my channel, then you'll know that when I make these Started From Scratch series, there's I almost always dedicate one little line to Menez and how beast he is, because it's just incredible, his sort of his type of play, his finishing, all that sort of shenanigans, and there manages to get his second goal of the game. But you know guys, one of the things that I didn't really know that you guys enjoyed so much was this series. I know you guys enjoyed it, but I mean, I always get inboxes, tweets, things like that saying, when's the next Starting From Scratch up? So, you know, if you like this series quite a lot, then feel free just to let me know. I want to kind of gauge how much you enjoy these compared to maybe my formation frenzies at the moment. So I'm trying to create a good solid balance of that at the moment. Just getting, you know, formation frenzy, Start From Scratch, and just create a good balance, because I enjoyed making both series and they're both a lot of fun to make. But you know, I do get a lot of requests for this, so I'm going to try and bring this out a little bit more. But I come up against this pretty interesting side, to be honest. It was cool to come up against a side like this. It was a non-rare side, and you know, it was a Bundesliga side, a non-rare Bundesliga side, sorry. And some of the players he used were pretty interesting, but there, Sissoko just powered through him, and he managed to pass it out and leave Jimmy Briand with pretty much an open net. Jimmy Briand's finesses are really, really nice. They're really good. He's got good control on the ball as well, although probably the biggest disappointment for me with him is the fact that he only has 3-star skills. And I don't know about you guys, but when you have a player with 4-star skills, he just seems to be able to weave in and out of players a lot easier. You know, you have more skills that you have in your locker that you can use to get by players, because, you know, 4-star skills is probably the perfect amount, if I'm perfectly honest with you. 3, yeah, you have the roulette and things, you know, you have the ball roll, all that sort of stuff, but it just, you know, when you have the 4-star, you have the Ronaldo chop, you have the McGeady, the Burba spin, and those sort of skills that you can use in your locker. But when you have 3, you're kind of lacking quite a bit, and I find as though 5 is a bit excessive. You know, you start to have the skills you don't really need and are a bit useless, to be honest with you. But then, anyways, guys, let's get off that whole skill topic. Let's talk a little bit about Benzema. So as you guys saw, I bought the 84 version. Now I understand the 85 version is out there, but for some reason, I don't know about you guys, and I really, really want you guys to leave a comment down below on this. I find that the upgraded players at the moment, like the upgraded Aguero, I don't prefer. There's a lot of upgraded players where I prefer their downgraded one. I don't know what it is, but Benzema I managed to pick up there for about 4k or 5.5k, something like that, which is an absolute bargain for a player of his caliber. I find him so lethal in this game, and this guy managed to get a header as a first goal, and from then I knew that, you know, he had a Brazil side and he had a few skillsters in and around there, but from then I knew he meant sweat and nothing else. But I managed to get the 1-1 there from Remy, and Loic Remy is a fantastic player. He's played really well for me so far. He has got the 4-star skills. Essentially, he kind of just reminds me of Briand, but with 4-star skills. That's the only way I see it, to be perfectly honest with you. But Wellington there, the 4-star skiller, fantastic player in this game. If you're building a Russian League squad, you have to pick him up. He is actually very, very good. Him and Eto'o up front make for a lethal team. And then he scores another one, and from here I just knew the tides had turned. Everything just shifted in his way. Things were always going his way, and I just knew it wasn't going to be my game. I was 3-1 down, and to be honest, even when I'm 3-1 down with 65 minutes that had passed, I still felt fairly confident. But this motherfucker decided it was necessary to chip me. He fucking chipped me. I'm sorry guys, I just get really irritated when people chip me, because I had to sprinkle salt over his chips, and I just wasn't impressed at all. So that pretty much sealed it, and he completely battered me. So pretty disappointed with that result. Nevertheless, I decided we got a deep in the squad. My players were out of fitness, and I just needed a right back and a left back, because I was just missing key players that I needed to bring on. Ones that I could feel confident bringing on as well, not so that I was like, oh crap, I might be really weak at certain points. So I decided to go and pick myself up a Jale. That's how I'm going to say guy's name, probably completely wrong, but I'm not a big French speaker myself, so I'm not too good with that. But there, we finally have a right back, and I also really needed a left back, to be honest with you. Sissoko there, a solid left back, but I really would like to get Clichy in the near future because he is so pacey. Him, obviously you got Sagna, a right back who I'm tempted to get. I'm not too sure yet, but that fitness was most definitely a necessity for Lloris. He had been showing signs that he just wasn't performing as well as he used to, and it turned out his fitness was on 60 odd. But that'll settle it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I apologize for my rage over that chip goal, but I can't believe that motherfucker chipped me. Anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure commentating for you all. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you could leave a like, favorite, comment, whatever you guys like to do, touch your penises. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.